Hey boys and girls, it's Mrs. Herbay, and Ziggy wanted to join us too. I just wanted to talk to us a little bit more about leaves. I know that we've started to think about their basic shapes and some of their colors, and so I did this little PowerPoint. And the first thing I have here is just a basic leaf, and just like we talked about earlier, to make a basic leaf shape, all we need is two curved lines. So I'm going to take my little pen here and I'm just going to start over at this end. Whoops. And I'm going to draw a curved line there. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to draw another curved line. So that's how we make a basic leaf shape. And if we look a little bit closer at this picture, we also see some other lines. And those lines are called veins. And if we look closely, there are a lot of veins on this leaf. But that is something that we're not going to really focus on during this particular conversation. Another thing that I want us to take a look at is the color of leaves. And if we look here, we can see so many different colors in these leaves. We can see, here I'm going to turn that off. We can see reds, yellows, light green, oranges, almost like a purple color. We can see some browns, we can see regular color greens. So there's a lot of colors that we can find in leaves. But one of the questions that a lot of people wonder is, well, why do the leaves change color? And really the reason they change color is that the chemical inside of leaves that make them green is called chlorophyll. And in the summertime, the leaves are able to make chlorophyll because it's warm and it's sunny. But when fall comes, it gets a lot cooler and there's not quite as much sun. And what happens is the leaves stop producing the chlorophyll, and there's some other chemicals in leaves which give leaves color, and those chemicals are then able to shine through and give the leaves color because there's no longer chlorophyll in the leaves. Also, we're going to think about size, and it's more interesting when we look at something if there are different sizes of it. So in this particular picture, we have some tiny leaves, we have some medium-sized leaves, and we even have some rather large leaves in this picture. So size of leaves is also something that we're going to think about. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever gone outside and helped your mom and dad rake leaves, or if you've ever thrown leaves in the air or jumped in leaves. But when you do that, I want you to think about how you felt when you did that. Did you feel happy? Did you feel sad? Did you feel excited? What was the feeling? I know when I was a kid, the feeling that I felt when I was outside playing the leaves was I was really happy. There was a lot of joy associated with it. And I included some pictures here of some kids playing in the leaves, and they are all seemingly really happy. So I want us to also keep that in the back of our minds as we continue. Now I want to introduce you to an artist. Her name is Alma Thomas. She is no longer living, but she was a famous artist, and she was known for a lot of her paintings. And I wanted to show you guys this particular painting of hers, and it is called Autumn Leaves Fluttering in the Breeze. And she painted this way back in 1973. But I want us to think about, as we just talked about shape, I want us to kind of think about the shape of the leaves that she painted. And most of the leaves that she included in her painting are very what? They're very small and they're very close together. Now, they're not all the same size and they're not all the same shape, but they are rather on the small side. The other thing I want us to think about is color. Basically, she chose to paint all of the leaves pretty much the same color. Maybe there are some that are a little bit lighter orange or some that are a little bit darker orange, but basically they are all monochromatic, which means the same color. That was the choice that she made when she was creating this piece of artwork. The other thing I want us to think about, we talked about shape, we talked about color, we talked about size. I want us to think about maybe when we look at this painting, how does it make us feel? Um, Besides the color of the leaves, the artist also had a background that she painted the leaves over top of. And we also see the colors blue and yellow. And we think about how the blue and the yellow interact with the orange color. And blue and orange are actually complementary colors. So they make, so the blue behind the orange really makes it kind of stand out. But she also chose to put some yellow there. And I wonder kind of how you feel about that. So take a few minutes, kind of study the painting and think about how it makes you feel. Think about how it makes you feel in relation to being outside and playing in the leaves. And for the next part of our artwork that we're going to create this week, we're going to use this painting as inspiration in all the things that we've learned thus far about leaves to create another piece of artwork. So after this, after you watch this PowerPoint, I have another quick video for you to watch on the next piece of artwork that you're going to explore leaves with.